Good evening. What's up? This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Ware, Coins, Precious Metals, and Concierge Bullion Services. Got the live manatee cam up here in Homosassa Springs, and take a look at all those mamas with their little cubs, with their little sea cows. I'm not quite sure what to call them. They're little baby manatees. These are very, very social and family orientated animals, and kind of interesting. By the way, you can watch this on your own at the Homosassa Springs above water manatees powered by explore.org. Oh, hang on a second. It says live, but let's take a look and see if that is indeed live. Nope, there's the live cam right there. See all those little longfish right there too? Those are alligator gars. Pretty kind of cool prehistoric type fish. If you live in South Florida, you're kind of familiar with these animals. But man, what a beautiful place we live in. I hope you live in a as beautiful place as well, and I'm sure you do. All across America, this whole world is a beautiful place if you look in the right areas and you open your eyes and you take the time to smell the roses, so to speak. Every place is beautiful. Well, this is my home, and I just wanted to share it with you. For you South Florida folks, you're familiar with this. Don't forget to smell the roses once in a while, because they're all around you. We live in a wonderful place. The quote for the day: the richest, and you know what, let's do a coin toss. And I didn't bring my regular bull and bear coin. I've got a 1935 peace dollar, like in AU condition. Let me know what you think it's worth in the comment section below. And I'm gonna do a quick spin here. Ready? Kind of a lame one. Well, she landed heads up, and I always like to call the head side the bull side. So it looks like it's a bull tonight. And the quote for the day: the richest wealth is wisdom, the strongest weapon is patience, the best security is faith, and the greatest tonic is laughter. This is the positivity of life right here. You can see it right down here, kind of look on the gray side. I borrowed this from them. Kudos to them for posting this, because it's very true. And I liked it. I just saw it. I forgot what I was even looking for, but you know me, I like quotes. And it's really, really true, because wisdom is really wealth. It really is. And the strongest wisdom is patience. And the best security really is faith. And that doesn't always have to be religious faith. It can just be faith in general, faith in yourself, faith in the people around you, faith that things will work out the way they should. And the greatest tonic of all is laughter. It's the one thing, if you can't laugh at this world, you'd probably, well, you'd go crazy. All right, let's take a look at spot prices and see what's going on here. And I'm going to do a quick refresh. This is CCE, by the way. CCE, I've been with them a long time. I like this page because it kind of shows a static price, doesn't move around. But anyway, markets are closed. It wouldn't matter if what site I was looking at right now with closed markets. 1772, take a look at that. We're on the upside, moving into the 1800 range with gold right now. Silver as high as 2052, a low at 2011, but sitting currently at 2038. Looks a bit bullish to me. And what did the 1935 peace dollar say? Bullish. So let's see what happens tomorrow. 909 on the platinum, 78. Again, above that $900 mark. We were sitting in the mid to high 800s for a little bit in platinum, but again, we're busted over that 900 mark. Palladium, I haven't even paying attention to, because very few people buy that. Let's take a look at the overnight charts and see where this kind of activity happened. And of course, it can only happen in a couple places. In the criminal London markets, it can happen in the criminal Globex markets, the criminal NYMEX markets. Either way, it seems like they're just letting everything run to the upside here, folks, as far as gold and silver goes. In the Crimex markets, the Globex markets, NYMEX markets, the London markets. And as you can see right here, before the New York market even opened, we had London. It was either London or the Globex markets. I'm not quite sure which one, based on this particular chart that Kitco shows. But take a look at this. Before New York even opened, we were up quite a bit from the 1765 $10 jump up there, kind of zigzagged back and forth, kind of sideways after that. And silver the same way. I suspect you'll see the same behavior before New York even opened right here. It looked like silver had climbed in the overnight markets or the London markets. No less, things are looking like they're on an upward trend. And unless they're going to come in, especially with silver right here, unless they're going to come in and stop these prices and short these prices down and cap them where they're at right now, we're probably going to see an upward level to $25, I think. I think it's safe for me to say that we're going to see a lot of ups and downs here coming up shortly, but I think we're headed back to the $25 range in silver pretty easily, and maybe 27. Will the big commercial shorts and the COMEX positions cap it at this $25, $27 mark? Maybe they will. Maybe they'll do it beforehand. But I think we're on our levels back up. I don't think we're heading back down in these. I think we've seen sub $20 silver as long as we're going to see it. Will we see it again? You know, listen, let me show you this right here. And this, you're going to say, you know, Brian, why are you showing me this? Because, look, we just threw another 550 mil at this particular administration, which is corrupt as hell. They've always been corrupt. We've always said that this administration has been corrupt. And I know you're saying, what the hell does this have to do with the price of gold and silver? Folks, the corrupt bullshit is so in your face it's not even funny. So do I underestimate what they can do in the COMEX, CRIMEX, CME markets? Do they even care anymore whether we know it's corrupt? I don't think they do. I think that wow, I think that it's so in our face. I mean, when it's at the government level, when you see stuff like this, when you see us throwing millions and millions of dollars at a government that we knew prior to this, if you even like do some Googling or DuckDuckGo, whatever you use, and you look and see what our thoughts, that the same people that are willing to throw millions and millions of dollars at this particular administration right here for this particular useless war that we created, it boggles your fucking mind. It really does. So when you look at how corrupt this current, maybe it's not this current. When you just look at how corrupt our gosh, I don't want to say it, but governments have become, ours as well. It's just, there's no telling what they can do in the financial markets, because the financial markets is how they keep this powerful, corrupt machine going in the financial markets. So they'll let them get away with whatever they can. Oh man, I'm really going off a little bit tonight, but what I'm really talking about is the corruptness of the spot prices, the corruptness of the COMEX Bourse place, the COMEX casino that allows this collusive, corrupt, manipulative behavior to happen in the gold and silver markets. GAT.org points this out pretty clearly too. They believe that the government directly, especially gold, not silver, anything to do with silver, but the government directly, central banks all over the world directly manipulate and drive the price of gold down. It's true. It absolutely is true. And it's so in your face how they do this stuff today, folks. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of like going a little bit off. Had a long day. But when you see stuff like this and you say, well, are the gold and silver markets corrupt? Are the equity markets corrupt? Of course they are, folks. The whole fucking system's corrupt. And man, I hate to say this. I grew up in a country where I believe that we were, a constitutional government. That I remember watching as a young man that movie, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, and believing that there were good people in government and that the government would ultimately do the right thing, but they don't, man. They don't. They encourage more wars. They throw billions and millions of dollars at corrupt governments that are only killing themselves and their own peoples and starting, what happened to the peacemakers and the people that, all right, I think I'm going into political areas here. And it just kind of angers me to watch this kind of stuff. And I'm going to move out of here. I'm going to move out of this corrupt bullshit. I'm going to move into more corrupt stuff. From profits to pay, J.P. Morgan's gold secrets spill out in court. You can read this in GAT.org. I'm beside myself, man. I don't know what to say. It's from our politics, from wars to our money to our government, to our economic markets, to companies like this. It's just, it's so corrupt, it's so in your face, folks, that at some point, all right, I'm almost about to start this video from scratch and redo this video, but I'm not going to do this. I'm going to kind of just roll along, because sometimes I just, you know, I start ranting about this stuff. I start ranting about how corrupt these markets are, and it's just so in your face now, man. It's just so crazy, between wars and between how much money they're trying to steal from you, between this new bill they're trying to pass with the Biden administration. What the fuck are they trying to call it? The Inflation Act? You know, like the Patriot Act and like all these other bullshit. Man, it's just ways to steal more money from all of you people, especially you working class people that spend a lot of money, or not spend a lot of money, but work your ass off only to pay these corrupt motherfuckers in Washington, D.C. to give the fucking money away. I said it. Maybe this video is going to get 3 views after this point. I mean, it's just bullshit, man. It's just bullshit. Again, this right here, all we have done is thrown more gas on the fire with Russia. I mean, we got along with Russia. Why can't the whole world get along? Why is my own fucking government is fighting with the Russians right now? I mean, I lived through a Cold War. I lived through the potential of having a war with them. And, you know, listen, Russia has their own issues right now going on, so does China. But where are the fucking peacemakers? Where are the diplomats out there? All we got is a bunch of lying bullshit motherfuckers out there trying to start wars, creating more hassles for everybody. And what has this got to do with the price of gold and silver? Well, it's pretty damn good for the price of gold and silver. I just realized I was going off in a rant, man. But, you know, folks, at some point you just got to shake your head and you just got to wonder who the fuck is running this country. And I don't think it's presidents. I don't think it's congressmen. I don't think it's senators. I think it's what you really do call the deep state. It's a bunch of agencies run by a bunch of fucking morons that should be fired. Their positions should be eliminated. We should eliminate most of these agencies out there. All right. You think I think I got my point across. Let me move along here to God, I'm getting out of here. Let me move into what the best deals are. It's the one thing that I do really well. What are the best deals out there, folks? It's the same thing I've been telling you for quite some time. It is certainly not 90% silver. It's certainly not American Silver Eagles. No matter how much people try to tell you those are good products to buy, they're great products. They're wonderful products. There's nothing wrong. They're well made. It's exactly what it's supposed to be in there, pure silver. But 90%. In U.S. products right now, the premiums are just fucking stupid. Why are they stupid? Because they're not making any more 90%. A few people have pointed it out. That's exactly true. But does that mean you should buy it at the overpriced premiums it is today? No, not at all. You're never going to get those premiums back. In fact, the best deals to buy are probably kilo bars. And I've been watching videos out there about that big deal with the 25 million ounce or $25 million that was spent on 900 something thousand ounces of silver, and I still don't get it. What I would have done is I would have called up and I would have got the silver directly from COMEX markets. I mean, the 1,000-ounce bars. I would have bought 1,000-ounce bars. I would have demanded delivery. I think that would have also done a. It would also put the kibosh on COMEX a little bit, trying to get that kind of delivery for that many bars. Well, maybe I'm wrong on that, but no less. Best deals out there, gold bars in the 1 ounce form at spot plus $80 or less, not gold eagles at 160 and over. And as far as silver goes, again, kilo bars, I have a good supply of those at spot plus $3, and I think spot plus 3 1/4 for 100-ounce bars. 1 ounce bars right now and 10-ounce bars are getting a lot tougher to find. Again, kilos are the best deal out there. Stay the hell away from 90% in silver eagles. No doubt in my mind, those things are just overpriced and not good for my customers, my listeners. I'd like to thank everybody for watching the Friday's video about silver and gold about to explode to the upside. There's an exclamation mark there When I sent that to Marcelo, I put a question mark next to that, and I got to be honest with you. He didn't put the question mark on there, and that really is a question mark. Is it about to explode to the upside? And I know that's an easy out for anyone to say, but you know, I've said in my video, I said in this video right here, the specific video here, is that really, are we going to see a $5 upside? I mean, I said this earlier. Are we going to see it going to kind of go beyond that, like Ted Butler says? Maybe that these short positions are just done. They're not going to short again at these higher levels. They're not going to cap the prices down below 25. Maybe they're going to let it go this time. I think Ted Butler has a good argument that says that that might be the case. However, we don't know. Could they cap the prices at $22? Could they cap the prices at $25 right now in silver? This is very possible. You can say the same thing with gold, because gold really is capped by central banks across the, you know, they sell through the BIS, and GAT.org talks about this. Gold is capped by governments and central banks. It's a fact, and it's done. If you watch, you know, if you subscribe to it, not subscribe, but if you have a GAT.org, if you've read their stuff here, in the basic confiscation documentations essays, you'll see that governments are very much involved with capping the price of gold. I've had a long day, man. I get up early. I'm not making excuses for anything like right now, but I'm not going to read through tonight's comments just because I'm tired, I'm hungry, and I have had a long day as well. But I'd like to thank everybody here for commenting on Friday's video, and just get into tonight's closing, which is think for yourself, question authority, and the most important thing is to question what you believe is fact, what you believe is truth, because you can't question other people, you can't question authority until you really research what you believe to be true is true. I hope that makes sense to you. Anyways, thanks for watching. This is Brian from Concierge Bullion Services. If you're looking to buy large quantities of gold and silver, please look up Concierge Bullion Services. You can call us right here at, where's my number? 954-302-2046. And if you live in South Florida and can visit our store between the hours of 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Mondays through Fridays, please come by. We've got really good prices. I'll beat all the locals down here, and we also offer to beat, or we also say we'll beat SD Bullion, JM Bullion, and Amex Bullion as well. They're the three big guys out there. Good, reputable companies, but I'll still beat their prices. I'm going to end it at that, folks, and grab myself a bite to eat. Thanks for watching. Have yourself a good evening, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Good night now.